It's Class 86 in the spotlight today. Little bit of the history of the Class 86s. See what you think. There were 100 Class 86s, originally AL6 as they were known. The first appeared in 1964. There were 40 made in Doncaster. There were 60 made at Newton-le-Willows. Doncaster's first locomotive was numbered E3101 and appeared November 1964, and the last one was E3139 that came out in February 1966. The English Electric Vulcan factory at Newton-le-Willows. The first one in December 1964 was numbered E3161, and it would have looked very much like the one we're looking at here. This is number E3168. And at the Vulcan foundry they went on to October 1966. They were numbered E3161 up to E3200, which was February 1966, and then 3141 to 3160 took us up to October 1966. The livery would have looked like this model we're looking at here. This was originally a Hornby R360 Phoenix, which I've modified. Changed the colour to the electric blue, changed the bogies. So we've got the original suspension that would have appeared on the locomotives as they were made in 1964, 65 and 66. You can see me putting this model together in my video entitled Class 86 Rarities. So early in 1965 the livery changed to incorporate the yellow warning panel. So we still had the electric blue colour, we still had the white cab roofs, but we've got the yellow warning panel now. This locomotive we're looking at, 86259 Les Ross. Originally in the 1960s you would not have had an electric blue locomotive with Class 86 number on the side. That's because the renumbering with the TOPS numbering system didn't come until 1973, when the livery had changed to the corporate British Rail blue. So what we're looking at here is a model of the locomotive 86259 that was retrospectively painted into the 60s livery. That was in the 2000s and something. But nice to see the old livery, so that's coming out today. So here we have the corporate blue livery with the full yellow end, blue cab roof and British Rail logo on the side. So this is a model of 86033. Again, it's a modified Hornby R360 Phoenix. Had to modify the bogies again. You can see all that in my video entitled Class 86 Subclass 0. When the locomotives appeared in 1965 and 66, the original suspension they had appeared like we've got here with this triangle thing on the bogie. It was not good. Rough ride, cracked rails, cracked bogie frames, lots of bad things happened. So they modified the suspension with the flexi-coils. That was in May 1969, the first trial of a flexi-coil fitted locomotive appeared. By the time it came to 1973, when the TOPS numbering system was introduced and the AL6 locomotives became Class 86, there were 49 of the locomotives had modified suspension with the flexi-coils. They became 86 subclass 2. The ones that hadn't been modified, of which there were 48, were the 86 subclass 0s, and there were 3, like this one we're looking at, which were used as a test bed for the equipment that was going to be used on the forthcoming Class 87s. And they were numbered 86101, 86102, 86103. Class 86 did go on to have a very long and illustrious career, operating on the West Coast Main Line and a little bit on the East Coast Main Line. And when the East Anglia lines were electrified, they operated over there too quite a bit. They went to Freightliner and did a lot of freight work. But I don't think, as I speak now, in early 2024, I don't think any of them are in operation. We've got 3 in preservation and quite a few still working in Bulgaria, I believe. 23 went to Hungary and 23 went to Bulgaria. And I think there are about 16 still working in Bulgaria. One of the preserved in Britain is this one. In fact, the livery in which it's presented here is pretty much how you would see it if you did see it. I think it does rail tours and it does mainline operation. And 86101 is preserved as well. You wouldn't see it quite like this because I've got it here presented with British Rail arrow on the side. I think now it's named Sir William Stanier, FRS, something like that. The other one that's preserved is 86401. Anyway, let's watch these wonderful trains running.